Hey, Chandler Bolt here, and in this video I want to talk to you about a self-publishing school core value, and that's that everyone is responsible for facilitating change. Now, a lot of companies, maybe you've heard the phrases, that's not how we do it here, or that's just the way we've always done it, or maybe the dreaded, that's not my department, that's not my problem. You will not hear that at self-publishing school. That's the fastest way to find the exit because we believe that everyone is responsible for facilitating change. Now, what this means is if you do not like something, fix it or change it. Everyone is responsible for facilitating change. So everyone is responsible for making things better. You're gonna have a ton of autonomy, and often cases you're gonna have a ton of resources to facilitate change. So do not wait for other people to change that thing or to make it better. If you see something that's broken, if you see something that's not working, or if you see something that could be better, trust me, other people probably see that thing too, or maybe they don't, but either way, everyone's responsible for facilitating change. That means you. That means taking action. That means having a bias towards getting things done and towards making things better. Now, I realize that sometimes you might not feel like you have the authority to get things done, and maybe you have to wait on someone else to make that decision so that it can be changed. Even so, in those cases, at a minimum, what this means, so everyone's responsible for facilitating change, what that means is that you need to scream loudly about that thing and about how it can or should be fixed. Now, don't do this in a derogatory kind of antagonistic way, like you gotta change this sucks, this is so horrible. Do it in a constructive way and do it in a way that's gonna be productive, but it's your responsibility to bring that to the surface. Because guess what? There's a lot of problems, there's a lot of things that need to be fixed, things like that. So you might have to mention it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. A lot of people can attest to this on the team. You know, it might be 6 months to a year later, and that's not because we're resisting the change, but that might be when it makes sense for the business as a whole, or when we have the resources and the prioritization to be able to properly solve that thing. So when in doubt, scream loudly, and if you can, fix it yourself. Now, one of my favorite things when we hire new people onto the self-publishing school team is that you have what we call fresh eyes. So this means everything that we do, you're seeing it for the first time. Now, this is a blessing, and this is just a huge gift. So what I want you to do as you come onto the team is ask questions. Question everything. If you have ideas for how we can make things better, please share those. We have a task as part of the onboarding project when people come onto the team. Add those ideas there, share those with me, share those with your manager. We want to hear how things can improve. And you know what ends up happening is we've been around this stuff for months, maybe even years. So we might even have thought, hey, this could be better, but then it just gets normalized. So you have fresh eyes. Use those fresh eyes to make recommended improvements and to facilitate change. And I know, hey, maybe you've only been on the team for a week or for a few weeks or for a couple months, so you might not feel like, hey, I haven't earned this trust or I haven't earned this respect or earned the right to voice my opinion yet. Please do. I promise that you're here for a reason. You're talented, so you probably have really great insights, and we'd love to hear those. Now, one of my favorite stories is from Elon Musk and at his company Tesla. So one of the engineers was working late on a Friday afternoon and kind of helping his engineering team, and this was like a team leader. Now, there's bunch of layers of takeaways from this story. So this is a team leader on the factory floor with his people, working extra hours, helping them get the job done. And if you know anything about working at Elon Musk run companies, you know that they just work crazy hours. So this guy's on the floor, he's working, there's some welding happening. He leans over, his glasses fall off into the weld, shatter, they're no good anymore. Now he just starts cussing up a storm and, complaining and things like that. And he's, kind of burnt out. He's been working long hours, just super frustrated, all that stuff. Now, little does he know, Elon Musk is around the corner. And he actually hears him saying all these things. Now, the next morning, the guy comes in to his office and, Elon's assistant walks up to him and hands him a slip. Now, you might think, oh my gosh, he's going to get fired. Actually, no. It was a slip and a certificate to get LASIK eye surgery. Elon heard that. He saw that and he said, oh man, this is, inhibiting the performance of my team. I'm going to help this person out. Right? And that's the mentality that I hope that we adopt as a team. That's the goal of the mentality that I have and that your leaders and managers here at the company have, is that they're going to go out of their way to try to clear the path for you. And we're always going to do the best that we can. Now, we might not be able to get you LASIK eye surgery, and we might not be able to do some crazy things, but we're going to, in the best of our ability, go out of our way to clear the path for you. But sometimes we don't know what that path looks like, or we don't know what those obstacles look like unless you bring those up to the surface. And again, everyone is responsible for facilitating change. So we're going to do our best to initiate that change, but I also want you to do your best to initiate that change, because change comes from everywhere. Everyone is responsible. Now, I've said that so many times that hopefully you get it. Yes, you're responsible for facilitating change. Now, I'd love to hear your comments on this video. Comment below, what's one area you've seen inside self-publishing school where you've seen someone facilitate change? Or maybe what's one area we need to work on? Or in your business, in your job, in those things. If you're watching this and you're outside of self-publishing school, comment below, let me know as well. So comment below this video. As always, click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.